Why is it that things that LeBron can do that others can't do gets counted against him? And other people can do stuff that he does and they don't count against him. Why is it counted against him that he keeps himself in shape and is able to survive and is able to stay in the league and stay productive for longer than the average player? Why do they count that against him, but they didn't count it against Tom Brady? They don't count it against other athletes that hang around longer than others, but they count it against LeBron. Why is that?
If I'm to give the best and most absolutely honest question, when it comes to the instance of Tom Brady, I was a hater.
I think the same is true for LeBron. Just the hater, they just haters. I had to explain this to somebody before too, because somebody was talking about he didn't stay with them. I like such and such stay with the same team all this time. Every single season, they have this thing they call free agency, which means every year players leave the team they're with and go play for another team. But they only hold it against one person. In all the team sports, there's only one person that gets criticized for taking advantage of that and going to play for another team. Only one. I mean, they don't even hold it against Kevin Durant, and he took a worst case scenario. And another thing, I mean, he always left at free agency. He never forced his way out of a contract, wanted to be traded. None of that. It was always he played all his contracts to the fullest, and then he, as a free agent, he moved on and went someplace else, and he gets criticized for that. Why is that? They don't talk about Shaq. They don't talk about Rodman. They don't talk about nobody else that done it. Why is that, Waze?
My guesstimation is they're not being put in the same category as Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan.
I'm saying it's just Jordan lovers that turned into LeBron haters because of the comparison. Because people say that he's the GOAT over Jordan, and the Jordan lovers go, no, I hate him. That's all.
Yeah, because when you when you look at it, you got Shaq and them. You know, they're superstar. They were superstars in the league, where Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, those are icons in the league. They're
Shaq's
that
like,
level above.
and he gets nobody ever says anything about him leaving. Even Barkley. Barkley gets some pushback only when he criticizes others for doing it. Then people will push back at Barkley like, you did it. Other than that, nobody ever really brings that up. I'm just saying the things he get criticized for, nobody else does.